Hi, so I am working on this Wacky Gator right now. And I've got some cool videos coming up. But underneath, on the bottom, I'm adding some lights. My friend picked these both up, relatively cheap. That wood piece is the only thing left of the remainder of the remaining machines. I did have two Wacky Gator machines here, and this is what's left. Those are all the guts that'll be used as parts, makeup parts, you know, in the event that this goes down in my friend's game room. But he said, hey, Randall, can you work on this machine for me? And I was like, yeah, no problem, bring it over. So he brought them both over, and now what I'm doing, this is the game board that shows the, you know, the levels of play, how many whacks and how many bites, blah blah blah. That actually goes in this position right here, and there's all these LED, well, they're not LEDs, but there's light sockets. So these are 24 volt lights that go in here, and that's kind of not normal. I mean, most lights in modern games are between 5 volts and 12 volts. So it's it's not uncommon, but it's not normal. Well, it's not very often you come across a game that runs on 24 volts. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add LED lighting behind the play field, which will blink and all that stuff. So all of this will be illuminated and it'll blink. These are going to be repainted and refurbished, looking better. This rail part, which is hard to take off, is going to be repainted, and there's going to be lights underneath it. So stick around, it's going to be really cool. I think you're going to like the modifications that I do to make this old game cool again. I mean, in their own way, they're awesome. All of them are very awesome. You know, if you like vending machines and you're a junkie, then you know, you find arcade equipment awesome, regardless of its age or year. Everything has its own cool, unique, you know, things about them. So this was very similar to the whack-a-mole. It's not whack-a-mole, it's Wacky Gator. So the alligators come out and take bites at you, and you gotta crush their heads. So what I'm actually today, what I'm filming about is I took the secondary Wacky Gator part, I tore it all apart because I don't need the cabinet anymore, and it takes up a lot of room, and so my buddy didn't want it. But what's awesome is that inside there were just so many old tokens. I mean, we're talking lots of old tokens. I'm going to try and focus in on them so you can see them. But that was really cool. You know, a lot of people that are into vending machines, refurbishing them, that kind of thing, they run into this. And I have never ran into so many arcade tokens in the back of one machine in my entire life. Like, I really haven't. So a lot of times, I think my best find in an arcade game, an old one, was a Mercury dime. And some of those go for 300 bucks, you know, or more. And most of the time, the coins and things that I find, I actually just end up giving away to people as gifts and things. But, you know, because it's fun to have some silver or different things like that. Aaron Freeze was a recipient of one of those gifts. I sent him silver coin, you know, that he actually won in one of my giveaways. But let's see if we can see some of these. I don't know how well we can. We'll see. I'm going to try and, I got to hold the camera and film at the same time as, let's see if I got to refocus here. There we go. I don't know what they mean or say, but very cool. I'm going to take these out and I'm going to do another video on them. But I was just like, hey man, this is wild. I haven't found so many tokens inside one machine ever. So after stripping this machine down, I had just ran into all of this stuff, and I thought it'd be very cool just to, well, not like super cool, it's not like far out or nothing, but I mean, you know, it is interesting when you find stuff like this in the back of machines. And that's just, you know, years and years of use, and, you know, sitting in an arcade. Back when these games were popular in the 80s, they, you know, I mean, a full bucket on a coin box would not be out of the question or abnormal, so no wonder there's so many coins inside. But anyways, thanks for watching, and please rate and subscribe.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.